Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So it's coming out that Anthony Edwards reached out to Michael Jordan for advice on how to beat double teams.
Okay.
And that's what I want to hear.
All right.
This is what I want to hear. Who's better than the GOAT? Who's better than MJ? If not MJ, one of the legends, one of the greats. Who's better? Instead of him always talking trash and try to talk down on the older generation and, run his mouth, this is what you need to do. Reach out to the OGs, get some knowledge, get some pointers, some tips. They've been through the battles, the wars, and you could learn a lot. So the fact that he decided to reach out to MJ, of all people, who's better than Michael? So the fact he decided to reach out, soak up some knowledge, swallow his pride and ego, because Ant-Man is always bumping his gums. This is what I want to hear, man. This is what I want to see from all the youngsters, man, coming into the NBA, who's already in the NBA. You're trying to get some game, some knowledge. Reach out to the OGs, man. They've been through the wars, the battles. They have experience, game experience, life experience, and they've been through it. So you can learn a lot. But a lot of these younger dudes, they're always talking about, the previous generation, they're washed and, they couldn't do this. They played against plumbers and all this disrespectful comment. Instead of trying to soak up game, I'm glad Ant-Man humbled himself, swallowed his pride, and reach out, man. I don't care who it is, whether it's Michael Jordan or whoever, it doesn't matter. The fact that he's reaching out, because he's trying to learn something, this is what you need to do. Because the last time, if I'm not mistaken, he was crying about double teams and saying, I don't like this. They keep doubling me, so I can't go one-on-one. Crying about he can't get to go one-on-one, do what he want to do. He want to score the basketball, but he got to keep passing it. And he don't want to be too passive. So he was crying about that. Well, guess what? This is why you got to work on all this in practice. You got to have drills, man. You work on things like this. If they double team me, you work on trying to split the double team. You work on all this stuff. You got to prepare for everything. So you got to work on these things. You're not just going to be great at something if you don't practice. Repetition. You do something over and over and over. Eventually, it becomes a normal thing. And when you get double teamed, it's nothing. Like, you go and dice that up. Not saying you shouldn't pass the ball, obviously, but you would still know how to maneuver through double teams. That comes from experience and practicing. You work on stuff like that. Work on double teams, triple teams. Not saying you should be a ball hog, obviously, but you still work on these things just in case. You work on all this stuff. But I'm glad he reached out, man. Like it's a great look for him. This is a great move, man, for him to be humble and say, you know what, despite all the hype, he's MJ, last season, there was a lot of hype surrounding Ant-Man. Everybody, he's MJ. I could see it. Kevin Garnett saying he's 84. There was a lot of hype around him. And he's a great player, but is he Michael Jordan? No. By now, it's apparent. He's not MJ. He's a great player. A great young star, but he's not MJ. But last season, there was a lot of hype. I don't know if that got to his head or not, but on top of that, he was talking a lot of trash about the previous generation. Outside of Michael, nobody else had skills, just mad disrespectful. But what do you expect? The dude he's a 2K baby. And he's not going back watching films. Of course he's not. But I like the fact he's taking every measures to overcome all his obstacles. That's what you got to do. What more can I say, man? You want to learn something? Hit up the OGs. MJ, Hakeem, whoever you need to reach out to. Somebody who plays your position, like Michael, obviously. It don't get any better than that. And you got to humble yourself. Stop talking trash and let your game speak for you. You have to be respectful of the elder statesmen. All the dudes that played before you, they paved the way for you. So you don't need to be disrespectful and calling dude plumbers and saying the only player who had skills was Michael Jordan. Like, don't do that. But once again, it's a good look, man. It's a great look for the dude. Hopefully MJ will mentor him, show him some things, take him under his wings, help the dude elevate his game, because you could always improve, man. And he's only 22, 23. He got a lot of growing to do. But we're going to see what happened with Ant-Man, MJ, this whole situation. But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.